All right, well, it's time for another update on the Aquazone Diorama. But first, I want to give a shout out to Fenor, I'm not really sure how to say that, for his neoclassic space Moonbase. I think this build is just so awesome, and there was so much that stood out to me and kind of gave me ideas for my own builds. On the exterior, of course, you have the monorail. You got to have that. There's lots of wheeled vehicles, some kind of industrial Octan stuff going on. But what really stood out to me was the interior, and I love the control stations, and I love the use of the Translite Blue doors as screens. That is just awesome. That definitely qualifies as nice parts usage. And I also love that there were some 9 volt and even 4.5 volt lamps and things like that kind of scattered through. That stuff always speaks to me. The video will be linked in the description. It is like 15 minutes long, but I've watched it 2 or 3 times and just tried to really soak in all those little details and get some ideas. So be sure to check that out when you're done watching this video. And as far as what's going on here, not a lot has changed. As usual, I kind of start out with just the few changes and then kind of tell where I'm going. So we built this guy in the last video. This is the control tower, and it might get taller. I might do more with it. I'm not really sure, but I just wanted it functional for now. So we have the NXT on the back and the RCX in the front. And I've actually moved to, well, Windows 7. I haven't used this in a while. I found this laptop downstairs, and it actually works very well. It's so old, it doesn't even have like a SATA hard drive inside of there. Not that I would use a hard drive anyways, especially on something mobile. But if you didn't know, they actually make 2.5-inch IDE solid state drives. And that's what's in here, because that makes me feel a lot better if it's going to be moving around or something. The mechanical hard drives just always seemed like a ticking time bomb to me. So I'm glad I don't have to rely on those. So this is a 32-bit operating system. Which means it runs pretty much everything. The only thing I haven't got running on here is the Vision Command software. I've had issues with that software on Windows 98, XP, everything. There's always some kind of weird glitch or issue, or the camera won't work. It's just kind of a nightmare. So in some cases, you can get the camera to work, but it won't be recognized in the software. So just, yeah, total nightmare. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. If I ever cover those, I'll just have to use a different PC. But this pretty much should run anything I need to. It runs all the old LEGO software, the LEGO Mindstorm stuff. I can program the NXT, the RCX, everything from one computer, and it works really well. Even though it is Windows 7, it is not on the internet. It's I have a separate subnet that has no access to the internet, but it can actually access my file server and download, firmware, programs, or whatever I need to. So I'm really happy to have that working. I went back to an old background I used to use. This is a Blackbird render of the 8880 supercar. Just kind of the interesting bits, all the mechanical stuff. I always thought that was really cool. So as far as the build, I did kind of clean up. I had loose pieces everywhere, so I kind of got all those out of the way. I've got the wires kind of laid out. Okay, these are power wires, but yeah, like all this will be in one bundle that'll come out. Then I'll have to do something with these. These might actually be able to go through, kind of under, the base plates down here. I'll be able to run some of the wires, and I'm tangled up with my microphone cable. And just try to clean this up and at least try to keep it somewhat serviceable. At this point, the light sensors, these are soldered connections, and it's just a really long wire that goes all the way into the RCX. And maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have had like a little kind of junctions where they can be detached, and then I can take the sections back and work on them. I'll figure that out. If nothing else, I can just take the light sensor off and then take that section into the LEGO room and start working on it. And I think as these get more complete, like let's say these 4 base plates here, I can just kind of get the stud layout. Like if I wanted to build this up, I would just kind of make note of the size dimensions I'm working with, and then just build a section in the LEGO room, and then just plop it on top, that kind of thing. Especially with this section, because you can see there's wires going everywhere. Pneumatic tubing, all of that. So hopefully this should be pretty good as far as the foundation goes. I'm actually not sure which section I'm going to bring in next. I think it will be 1, 2, 3, this section here. And I need to build a station and maybe like an unload station, maybe a crane. I've got some good ideas for that, or some big ideas. Who knows if I'll actually go through with it. And I need to swap that base plate for a blue one. And then of course the spiral with these 4 sections here. I've got the correct colors to kind of fix these. I might actually maybe do something a little bit different. I'm not really sure. It was actually pretty tough. You can see the tracks are actually supported on the sides to try to get a good connection, because you know the tracks will just kind of pull up when you're trying to. It puts a little bit of stress on them to do a spiral like this, but it's not too bad. So for now, we can go into a quick haul section. I've got some kind of cool parts that came in, so I wanted to show those, and then I'll come back with whatever I've updated. Now that I think about it, let's see. I think if I send message 3, I've tried something. If you remember in the last video, I had the sound sensor back here that would go off whenever that was leaving the station. And it was just kind of annoying that it would play as it's leaving instead of like before. Like a warning would actually play and then it starts. You know, that's how you would do that kind of thing in an industrial setting. Like I remember we had a conveyor belt at one place I worked, and it would always play the warning sound and then start going. Otherwise, you're not warning anybody. But I tried this. I tried putting a sound file on the NXT. Oh, it's not. I need to start the program, I guess. And all right, so it's building up pressure. It'll take a second because I don't want it to be running when we try to do this. Okay, so yeah, we're at like 32. So what I did for hysteresis, I don't know how to say that word, is I just let it build up to a certain pressure, and it keeps running the pump for about 5 seconds, I think it was. Otherwise, it'll just start and stop and start and stop if you just set one, you know, PSI limit. You can see it switching between 31 and 32. It would be starting and stopping every time it did that. That's why I let it run for a little bit longer. But that seems to be a good pressure. And let's see if this works. Should be message 3. I'm going to try to get closer to make sure the mic picks this up. And that's as loud as I can get it on an NXT. I tried boosting the volume. I tried all kind of things. And how I made that was like was goofy online AI voice generators, and then ran it through Audacity and added some you know, little effects to it, just some reverb. The distortion is actually just kind of already there because it's it's a very low bit rate and all that. But I think it's just too quiet. That's as loud as I could get it. Anytime I tried to boost it any more in Audacity, it would just, it would sound, you know, it would not come through. You couldn't tell what they were saying. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Either way, let's check out the parts we got, and then we'll come back here for an update. All right, let's try to get these open before it's a million degrees down here. I'm guessing this is a recycled box. Sandy is Dave's wife, and she's really, she seems really awesome. Dave brags about her all the time. So yeah, this is Dave K. He does cool stuff. I've talked about it several times. But yeah, he had bought like, you know, I don't know, 1,000 or whatever of these for monorail supports. And I don't think they ever used them, or they didn't like how it looked or something, so they kind of changed things up later. So yeah, I bought 200 from them. So I should not be running out of these anytime soon, because I actually did run out of these because I've been using them quite a lot. This one, I was looking at the box and I was like, is this like some kind of HVAC thing or something? What on earth is this? It's a hamster cage. But that's not what's in here, I hope. I hope they did not send me a hamster cage, because that would be just not ideal at all. Got lots of newspaper, presumably from Canada, from the Great White North. Let's see. Okay. So first off, yeah, of course, I bought another base plate. They had a good price on it. These things are only going to get harder and harder to find over time. Is this taped? How does this? Oh, no. So yeah, that's in great condition. Just one of the better ones I have. I never have too many of those. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I ordered some of these. You know, I haven't had an obsession with chrome parts lately, and we were talking about these in the Discord. These are pretty scratched, but maybe not that bad. I don't know. We'll see if I end up using them or not. The yellow and chrome's such a weird thing. You know, they just, I don't know if it really fits. So yeah. I don't know. We'll see about that. There should be 3 bottom pieces, 2 top pieces, and there should be another one. But I'm not... There it is. Yeah, so I found a seller that had the complete set. So I went ahead and picked them up. I don't know if I can... I'll find somewhere to put that. Lots of little wheels. I actually don't have that many of those. Just... railings, kind of random parts, some windscreens, bunch of control panels and things. Very useful stuff. So yeah, just kind of a random assortment of Aquazone parts. Okay, and this one, this is from the US, so yeah, the other 2 were from Canada. Let's see, so I got a few sets. I got some cool stuff in here, and in really good prices. $30. Okay, so I got this police boat, and if I remember correctly, this is one I got for my birthday when I was a kid. Ben, if you're out there, you remember if this was the set? I think it was. Maybe not the best condition, or maybe that could be cleaned up. It might just be dusty on the boat hull. But we were talking about boat hulls in the Discord, and I was like, you know, I used to have some of those. That was like $20. I got another one. Let me pull this out where we can see. Yeah, this is some kind of speedboat. That kind of looks familiar too. I don't remember. It's been so long. That was like $13. And then this is like a little fireman set kind of thing. That was like a few dollars. They had a couple sections of straight 9-volt track. They might have been like maybe $4 each or something. That's not too bad. I don't know. It was an impulse. Since I was already ordering stuff and I knew it would be shipped in a box because I got these big boat holes and everything. From here... they had a couple of these doors. I'm trying to kind of stock up on these as the price just goes up and up and up. So light bluish gray to white. The white ones look, they don't quite match each other maybe, but yeah, they look okay for, they're not too yellowed or anything. More of these, you know, big 2x10 bricks. Yeah, anything of note in here? I don't really think so. Looks like we got a minifig. Yep, we got this dude. Turn his helmet straight. You got these for the little bubble canopies that can go over it. And I just lost that forever. And apparently a wild style minifig, I guess. Yeah, just kind of random stuff, but my phone's overheating. Let's get back upstairs and see what updates we've made. Alright, well, not much of an update in here. I haven't done anything there. Actually, I had to move all this stuff out of the way recently. But most of the updates have been happening here in the Lego room. Normally I try to have a completed section to end off each video, but it's just not happening this time. Let me get a little more light. Alright. So this is what I'm working on, and it's definitely taken some time. And especially with this kind of stuff, I tend to just stare at it for long periods of time and just kind of think. I don't know. I recently heard somebody talking about Lego, and they were talking about left brain, right brain. I don't remember which is which. If right brain's the kind of analytical side or whatever, that's kind of me. The creative part is the one I really have to push for. But this is what I'm working with. This is actually a lamp that lights up. Oh yeah, it just fell on the floor. So it's like this, and it has a hole in the bottom that you can put a 9-volt lamp into. So there is one in there, and then there's a 2x8 electric plate that goes back. We've got the Octan fuel tank there. I think I like it there. I wanted to put it somewhere, and this kind of fits pretty well. I might have this hose run all the way over to, the shed for the monorail would be like right here. So that might could run over to it. We got some little ladder section going up there. This ladder I'm not thrilled with, but I'm not sure what else to do, how to get them to this upper level. That is something that it's kind of important to me, is to have walkways, ladders, all that kind of stuff to be able to get around. And I had thought about using like one of these kind of ladders, I guess without the white piece. If I can get it off there. The problem is it's just too tall. It's just by like a stud or two. I didn't like how tall it was for them to have to climb over it when they get up. And I didn't want it. I don't really have a way to do it diagonally here because there's no room. So I kind of brick built one, kind of. If you take 2 1x5 plates, and then I put them sideways, there's a couple clips. Then you've got these rail pieces on the side, and that kind of works. There's a 1x6 there because I ran out of 1x5s, but I did eventually find a 3. That took forever. I know I've ordered more, and I just have no idea where they're at. Really, you'd think they'd be in this bin where all the 1x plates are, but I probably put them somewhere else because I didn't want to lose them, and now I can't find them. And speaking of lost things, I found my crystals. I have been looking all over for these. I mean, I've just all up under here, everywhere. And they're all in this pick-a-brick cup. So I guess maybe the pick-a-brick cups aren't super great for organizing things. I was looking for these. I knew I had ladders in black. I could find the dark bluish gray ones, which I have down here. But I couldn't find these, and then even then, I don't really see a way to incorporate these into this top section up here. It is what it is. So all of this I'm not quite sure about. I'm never sure about things, but at the same time, like I've said, I just want to get a build kind of complete. If I wanted to, I could take it section by section and do upgrades and add things and change things. But I don't want to just get burnt out at some point and then just stop working on this project, because I do want to have some kind of completed build. Complete's a strong word, but yeah. So I figured out that these supports in the back here are the same height as 3 of these. So that kind of surprised me, but it makes sense. These are 3 bricks and 1 plate high. So if you put 3 together, that's 9 bricks and 3 plates, which is 10 bricks, which is what those are. So I had those on the front, but it just looked way too bare. So I'm playing around with these, trying to find the right pattern to look right here. I'm not really good with aesthetics. I like that there's some trans neon orange and a printed tile and a control panel. I'm happy with all that, but I'm not sure if this is the correct order to have things in for it to look good. I'm also playing around with different ideas up here. So these were always meant to be two plates apart from each other so that I could put something, some kind of Technic piece between them to hold it together, and just to kind of give it a little bit of visual something. So I might just space them out like this. I think that looks okay. I could also space them out with the windows. And this is another Technic piece that I'm considering using. And it's got that clip on it. And then what else to put in the clip but one of these. But maybe there's other ideas out there. At this point, I'm very much behind with these videos. That's why I'm kind of showing an incomplete thing now. So if you have any ideas, you might be able to get them in. I mean, these will be easy things to change, like this section and these, if you have any ideas. So even if I do kind of come up with something I might like your idea better. So I'm certainly not opposed to that. Really, the best way for that kind of to show those kind of things, if you want to join our Discord, especially if you use Bricklink Studio, or if you have the bricks to kind of mock something up, even if the colors aren't right. I'm very much open to ideas, because like the technical aspect I think I'm doing okay with, but as far as the artistic, I'm not sure. Maybe this is a bit bland. It's all just gray bricks, light bluish gray, even though they don't really match super well. Some of these are way off, but I think that kind of works. If you concrete doesn't always match, especially if it's done in sections like that. It's almost fitting that there would be a little bit of variance in the color, so I'm okay with that. I also, man, I got a mess here. I need to. So I've got the supports to match the rest of the layout. There's actually an extra one in the middle there. Let's see if I can. Oh, this is gonna be something. I will definitely film this just in case it all goes horribly wrong. Well, first, because this train is actually pretty heavy, maybe I should take that down first. Okay, so this is without the train. You can see the whole thing is pretty sturdy. These two sections definitely. This helps because you want it to be up high too. You get kind of these two parallel layers. That strengthens it up pretty good. But there in the back, it's not super sturdy. But I think I can do it if I'm very careful about it. Okay. Wow, I can't believe I made that work. So yeah, you can see there's definitely some off colors in here. Underneath all this, there's a bunch of different colors and just goofy stuff like that. Like these, I've been in picker bricks, so I have a ton of the 2x6 bricks. But this is going to be the back. This is against the wall. Nobody's ever going to see it. Again, I don't think this will ever go to a convention or anything. Not the raised base plates and all, that'd be kind of crazy. But yeah, so I did add in another support here, and that helps a little bit when the monorail's up top. This is where the light sensor is going to go. You've got the lamp here, and I was kind of proud of this. So I use this support. I need to go out 2 studs from the base plate. So we've got 1 stud here with the inverted slope, and then another stud here from this support. And in order to keep it from falling off, with the clutch power here, I'm using the door rail pieces to kind of overlap, and it really holds it in there good. And then you've just got to worry about it breaking here or getting misaligned, which you just kind of push down on it. It's fine. It's pretty well. That's not lined up very well, but yeah, it doesn't have to be that perfect. And then so yeah, the wire from the lamp goes down here to a 2x8 plate. And that goes to the Octan sign up front there. And then, of course, we got the top here. I just threw this on the other night, just trying something. Maybe it needs to be a little bit taller. Like I could do another row or 2 of bricks and then go trans blue. I just want to get some more, kind of color. I don't want the whole thing to just be yellow and black. As much as I like the combo of yellow and black. Okay, this is... We got some separation here. I'm really playing with fire. Let me set the phone down and turn this back around. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have so far. I thought about doing a walkway between these, but it looked kind of stupid. I want to do something here, maybe like a something to do with the fuel or something electrical for the build, like not real, but just some kind of industrial looking stuff. I like that kind of stuff. So if you have any ideas, be sure to pass them along. I'd be glad to hear them. I'm definitely trying to get some of the accents in there, like the chrome and the transneon orange and all that. I actually tried the chrome grill tiles like here, and it just looked kind of dumb. So I won't overdo it, but I do think this looks good. You know, originally this whole thing's yellow, and it's actually kind of dirty and discolored yellow on top. If I were to take these off, which I mean you probably would have seen. Well, no, that was this video where I unboxed this. But I think that makes it look a lot better with the top being black like that, and kind of finishing the slope a little bit and the chrome tiles. I think it's pretty cool. So again, if you have any suggestions or ideas, be sure to leave them in the comments. Thanks to the channel members for helping keep the lights on here. That is very much appreciated. Join us in Discord, join the conversation. A lot of good stuff happening in there. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.